Sagittari. On holy Terra, deep in the Himalayas, the Shadow Vaults lie in sleep. Diligently standing vigil, the Shadow Keepers watch over. Creeping in, the Alpha Legion seek to free their slumbering allies. The Alpha Legion assaulting the Shadow Vaults. The Shadow Keepers on the defense. This week's battle report: Alpha Legion versus Custodes.
Gilgamesh anasha shumai sakara ana utana pishtinuki ana palakuma utana pishti minatuka urshana kiati matau atau shanaka kiati mata umur kalipiana lepestu kunti.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the glorious return of Gentlemen's Tabletop Games. Today we have arrived with the, as promised, Warhammer 40,000. For the new rules for the Adeptus Custodes, we will be playing 750 points of Adeptus Custodes and the Chaos Space Marines. The story here today is on Holy Terra. There is a unit or two of Alpha Legion in stasis, and right now a infiltrator in the armor looking like Alfarius himself has arrived to break out his sleeping comrades. Yep. If you'd like to walk us through what forces you brought with us today.
All right, so for today I have 2 units of Custodian Guard, 1 unit armed with the swords and Presidium shields, and the other unit armed with the Guardian Spears. I'd have 2 units of Sisters of Silence due to the new rules, where our Custodian Guards will receive a 5-up save against mortals, devastating wounds, and psychic attacks. 5-up feel no pain, my bad. And the Sisters will receive a +1 to hit. They are running here with Flamers. And then I have a unit of my personal army champion, Gaius, a champion. For the enhancement that Gaius is going to be using, the Radiant Mantle, which gives him and the unit he's attached to -1 to hit, to be hit from enemies within 12 inches. And since we're going to be within a rather refined, rather enclosed area, I feel like that's going to be extremely handy.
Our widest room is 16 inches.
All right, and do you want to walk us through your...
So today I'm running 750 points of the Slaves to Darkness Detachment of the Chaos Space Marines. We have here a unit of Havocs with the Mark of Nurgle. From there we have a 10-man unit of Legionnaires, Mark of Chaos Undivided with an Exalted Champion. He will be bringing today the enhancement Liber Hereticus, which when his unit makes a Dark Pact, they will not just get lethal hits, they'll also be getting sustained hits. From there we have a 5-man squad of Legionnaires. This is going to be equipped with a Plasma Gun, a Melta Gun, 2 Plasma Guns, a Balefire Tome, a heavy melee weapon, and a bolter. And then just slightly down the line will be the standard setup of Mark of Slaanesh Terminators. These guys will have all of them equipped with combi weapons. There will be 1 accursed weapon, 3 Power Fist, and a Chain Fist. My 5-man squad of Legionnaires is actually equipped with the Mark of Nurgle.
Now, I see you got a bunch of cultists out. Why don't you tell us what they're going to be doing?
So today, our unique game rule will actually be around extracting Chaos Space Marines from the stasis chambers in this room here. So in that room, at the start of my turn, if I control it, I will summon a 5-man squad of cultists that then I have to escort from this room through here at this door into this room here, which is the armory. In the armory, if I as long as I control it, I can then equip my cultists into these other additional units of Havocs or Terminators, and if the 5-man squad of Legionnaires dies, them as well. The main end goal of my army is to get as many of my units out as possible. I will get 1 point per model, and if I get more points scored for leaving through his deployment zone than he does for killing me, 1 point per model that he kills, then I will win the game at the end of turn 5, in which we will continue the game in a later video.
Continue the campaign.
Continue the campaign, not the game.
In which we will continue the campaign in a later video.
That will be a 2,500 points of the new Chaos Space Marine detachment when that releases versus the existing Custodes Codex. Additional rules, there are doors in the terrain here, as we have shown before. The rule for that is at the start or end of a movement phase, you can perform an action as it used to be. They have since changed that. But it will open or close a door. When two people are on both sides, one person's on each side of the door for contesting players, we both roll a dice, and whoever rolls higher plus their strength or toughness will open the door or keep it closed. So it's pretty much to try to keep the Custodes or Chaos Space Marines from escaping.
What if there's nobody contesting the door?
Then you just open the door.
Alrighty.
So we have to start with, do we want to roll off or should one of us just go?
I think you should go first. Just
Okay.
as they're all waking up and that sets off the alarms.
Yep. Alright. So that will be my movement phase. At the end of it, this door here will open so that I can make my way towards the armory at the start of the next turn. Also, because I control the stasis chamber currently, at the start of my next turn, I will be creating a 5-man unit of cultists. It is now your go, sir.
Alright. Out of curiosity, how do my reinforcements turn? Do they come in just constantly as well, or do I just start off with my full army?
Starting off with full army.
Okay.
You just gotta keep killing me and keep me from getting more.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and start off with an advance as well. Now that you've broken into the containment vaults, the alarms have started to go off, and the shadow keepers posted throughout the facility are alerted to your intrusion. Alright, that's a 4 on the die. My regular movement speed is,
I believe it was 6.
I think it's, 6. So that gives me 10 inches of movement. And while I'm setting up my guys, if you want to go ahead and tell everybody how your Chaos Marines managed to get this deep into the Shadow Vaults.
So pretty much, if you've heard the term, because I'm Batman, this guy here is an Alpha Legion connoisseur. So the explanation of how he got so far is because he's Alfaris. Is he really? He doesn't know. All he knows is he is Alfaris, and that may be a lie. Alright, so the Shadow Keepers, the Adeptus Custodes, have moved in to secure the armory on their way to intercept the Chaos Space Marine infiltrators. That would be the end of round 1. We've moved quite a bit in, so if you've got nothing else, we may as well move into the next round. Alright, so with that being the end of battle round 1, Alfarius and his legions will be moving up the table to try and claim the armory. Because I control the stasis chamber at the end of my turn, I will go ahead and summon a unit of my cultists from this stasis chamber here.
Now, do you want to tell us what these cultists here represent?
These cultists here represent currently unarmored and barely clothed Space Marine aspirants. Currently, they've already gone through all the setup. They were programmed with the Alpharius sleeper code Thisbe Sagittarum, loyalty to Horus and evacuation. Well, Thisbe's evacuating the area, and Sagittari is the loyalty to the War Master Horus.
And as you can imagine, after the Horus heresy, that is not the greatest.
So, in the next game, they might be coming across somebody that resembles one of Horus's whelps. So I will go ahead and move my units now that I have taken the stasis chamber and brought out some sleeper agents.
So in the boarding patrol rules, there is a rule where you cannot shoot through your own characters, or your own models, due to the tight confinements of the interior of a space hulk, or in this case, the capital of Holy Terra.
Shadow Vault.
The Shadow Vault. We're, what, a few 100 feet below the Golden Throne?
Nope, Himalayas.
Oh, aren't we?
I guess 5-man legionnaires will be advancing a single inch, unfortunately.
Oh, is the skulls 1 on those dice?
Skulls are 1. I am using the Citadel Warhammer dice. My accomplice here, Ozymandian, will be using the... What brand are those dice?
I don't remember.
They're from Idiotic Synergy's channel, correct?
Yes, the dice that I'm using I bought from Idiotic Synergy's channel link, and let me hold it up. It's got a little Custodes Achillean shield on it. Is it not
It's
focused?
not here. I'm gonna move over here. And that is the 6.
That's the 6.
My 1 is just the standard skull. Alright, so continuing from there, we're advancing the cultists forward. That was a 1. I do have a command point. I think I'm going to need to use that here. Actually,
how many command points do we start with?
0 and we go 1 up per turn. So we'll actually be at 3 on my turn.
We're at 3 right now?
Yes.
Both of us?
Both of us.
Alright.
So these guys will only move 7. I can just leave them at that to keep them kind of protected.
Mm-hmm.
So, once I've moved them up, I will advance the Terminators. Another 1. These guys will only be moving 6 inches with that.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yep.
Since strength is no longer calculated by the model, but by the weapon, how does contested doors work?
We'll be going off the weapon.
Off the weapon. So
Off the
whichever
weapon.
weapon they're using?
Yep, whatever weapon they're using. So my Terminators will have the strength of 8 with their Power Fist.
Let me see what my Terminators will have.
Now the important question, 9.
With the Castellan axis.
The important question is going to be how close to a door do you have to get to open it?
Engagement range?
Sure. So you won't be able to open
So I
it.
won't be able to open it this turn. Which brings up the difficult question, do I want to punch through,
Should open that door.
or...
You should have opened that door and made your way in that way.
Do I want to punch through and try and fight you back, and contest this point, or do I want to try and hold this choke point?
Well, if you hold the choke point and keep me from exiting through here, you'll risk me getting an additional unit on my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But if you open that door now and enter the room, I will have an entire turn to enter it and attack you.
But the thing is, you can only attack me with 1 unit at a time if I hold the choke point.
Yep, that is true.
Especially if I were to hold it in such a way,
By the only 1 model's in front of it.
well, no, like hold it here, so there isn't enough room for a model to pass through, and then put another unit with a gun, with weapons, shooting them here.
Flamers for Overwatch.
Well, probably the swords, because they can fire into an engagement range, because they're a pistol.
Yeah. So it is up to you.
Is anything else you're doing for your turn here?
No. I did move my cultists from getting them to start the turn. I moved up with my legionnaires to hold this door here. And in the movement phase, I won't be opening it. So that way I at least have a turn to make you come to me before before you can.
Is there any actions you can take in the medical room or here?
Not in the medical room. It would be funny though, but medical room will be purely cosmetic this game.
Alright.
And here we go.
For the start of my turn, I'm not going to bother advancing, but I will reposition my Terminators here in a way which they are holding the door shut, but not completely blocking line of sight. At which point I will measure how much movement I'll have to make. Just skip that. Yep, that opens that way. Well, I guess a cultist could fit through there, but Space Marine or a...
Well, if I open the door with the cultists and then open fire with the last cannon.
Well, then he's holding the door shut.
Or not. Like getting that open with the cultists.
Yeah. And then... I will, in fact, advance my swordsman 4 inches. Just so I can get him in an optimum location from which to fire with a few of them into the doorway. Can units fire through their own models?
No, not in boarding.
Not.
It's to simulate the tight confinement of a interior.
I see. So only 3 of these guys will be able to fire through that doorway.
And only at the model at the doorway.
Only at the model at the doorway.
Yep.
Correct. In that case, I'm going to move the... leave these Witch Seekers here, leave them, but I will move these Witch Seekers here back a bit towards the corner. Just in case I've got flamers standing by.
And you're still in full coverage of your Sisters of Silence for the Field of Pains.
Yep.
Will that be turn?
That will be turn.
So at the start of my turn, we'll both be going up to 5 command points. None have been spent so far. I will be getting another 5-man squad of cultists in the stasis chamber. Because my legionnaire is here. We'll be putting them at this one again. Just because I like the looks of that one. Oh, there goes him. Oh.
Turn them so they're all facing this way.
Was it on that guy there? One with that arm. There is a named model in that unit, and it is Stumpy, the one-armed Nurgle cultist. From there, we will start our movement phase. We'll be opening this door at the start of my movement phase, so I can pile into this room and fortify. No other doors will be opened or closed. I think we'll be advancing my legionnaires. A 3. So they will be moving 9 inches. And they will be contesting this door. My highest strength guy will go ahead and hold the door. We got duct tape now.
Is recording still going?
It is.
Is that one still going?
Yep, 7 minutes 52 seconds at 56 minutes. This is battle round 3.
Where's that duct tape?
It's right there in front of you. Yes. We'll just be going off this top camera here and like fast forward or something. So the most important roll so far of this game is about to happen right here, right now. It is the advanced roll on my unit of cultists. Oh, you don't.
You have a knife with you?
I do not. That's right back there.
Any badass like that. And then after I take this up, you can just redo that whole roll. You'll go ahead, Billy.
You want to sit down? Actually, we'll have to pack this up. I was going to say afterwards if you want to sit down, play Game of Magic. This was recorded. Oh, and now for the most important role so far of this game is, can I get the cultists into the armory? They have a 6-inch base move, and I have to get them wholly within. So from here, I'm looking at at least a 3.
Is he your furthest?
He is the furthest, and they're very small. They'll be able to fit.
No, he's the closest.
Well, he's also in here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's the closest.
Yeah, so if you have to dip a whole unit
6.
from the furthest.
7, 8, 9. So I have to get what, 4?
Yep.
Yeah. So here we go. That is exactly the 4 we needed.
Fantastic.
My Havocs will not be fitting. However, they'll just kind of scooch up and prepare to open fire through the door.
How long does it take for them to suit up?
1 turn.
So during your next command phase, they'll be
Suited up. They'll be helping each other get in. We have extra models in there just in case. On a 1, 2, or 3, it'll be a unit of Havocs. 4, 5, or 6 will be a unit of Terminators, which are equal in power to your guys. I will go ahead and move this small man squad of cultists.
Are you going to advance them as well?
They will, yes. I'll actually verify that they're a 6-inch move. Yeah, they're 6-inch move. So I will go ahead and roll their advanced roll. 5, so they will be moving 11. We'll be piling in and moving up to this corner from there. These Legionnaires have a 6-inch move and will be advancing. 5 for an 11. This guy's got 11 from there through the door. He'll be landing here. And this guy will have to follow from there. Alright, and my Terminators, the slow boys, have a 5-inch move with a 1-inch advance again. I will command point that. They need to be here because they will be my killing force against the Custodes. 5, so I'll be moving 10 inches with them. He's at the door. He will end up just through it. Alright, that is my movement phase. I will not close any doors. I have a tougher guy at the door to hold it. His heavy melee weapon is strength 8, so you will just be getting a +1 to your roll if you wish to open that door. However, that will be able to prompt Overwatch.
Opening the door?
Opening the door in Border Patrol can prompt Overwatch. I would only have 2 bottles I could shoot you, and it would be a rocket launcher and a Balefire Tome. That is the end of my movement phase, and subsequently my turn. We will be moving into Adeptus Custodes turn 4. No, turn 3. My bad. Start of the phase, we'll both get a command point. Just a hole in my pocket. Well, don't put your dice in there. Yep. Alright.
Alrighty then. You see, I'm conflicted. Because if I open the door and start shooting at you, or start attacking you, then you, like you said, you can Overwatch on me, and
Only 2 guns, though. One is a D6 damage gun, and the
but
other
if it's contested and the door opens, are we automatically in engagement range?
I guess so. So I
you
guess
wouldn't
I
be able to
wouldn't get
Overwatch on me.
I guess not. But I also wouldn't be able to shoot any pistols. They can only shoot into combat if they're in the combat.
Really?
Monsters can be shot at in combat from outside units, cannot be shot at by the ones they're engaged with, but they can still shoot into and out of
I
combat.
see. Okay, I was under the impression that pistols could shoot into combat regardless. Okay, so my big...
They're not Militarm in 9th edition where you could just acceptable losses with flamers.
But if I open the door, and if I kill that unit, I can't then follow in. Well, I can pile in with that unit, but I couldn't follow in with the rest of my troops. We are very constrained. How many points is boarding patrol normally run at?
Boarding patrols actually only usually run at 500 points.
I see.
500 to 1,000. We do have 2 boxes of terrain to do more games like this in the future. If we do it, the reason we did 750 points is if we did less, there would be like 2 units of Custodes at max. That is the only reason we're doing 750 points, is to fit Custodes in here. Have a good show of them. So, do you want to open the door and fight? Risk Overwatch? I think I should be able to get Overwatch from that. It was definitely a key part of the previous edition. But you still... Actually, I don't know.
Because we're fighting
engaged,
each other
yeah.
at the door, yeah.
But because you won't be in the base-based contact, these 2 won't be able to fight. You'll be engaged, but you won't be in base-to-base, so the 2 guys behind them won't be able to fight because of the door frame. They'd be taking off the dude's
Unless
shoulders.
I open it I open it at the start of my movement phase. Pile in.
Or fall back.
Well, I just pile these guys in so they would be in base to base.
Well, at the start of combat, you'd be able to pile in, so you can move. I think you'd only be able to fit 2 Custodes fighting through that door.
That sounds about right. But 2 Custodes is all you need.
That is very fair.
Alright, I'm going to make a contested play at that door. My strength is 9.
Mine is 8 on that guy right there with the heavy chain axe. It is a heavy melee weapon.
And damage is allocated model to model, correct?
No, I still get to choose who
You
dies.
still get to
I
choose?
still get to choose who dies.
But shooting. Is shooting model to model?
No, you still get to choose who dies. Alright.
6.
1.
Ooh.
That door is open.
You want to recording on this? You want to open the door?
Yep, just a second.
Alright, we got this door open. We're immediately in engagement range, and I'm going to pile in a second Custodes, Alaris Terminator, so both of them can attack through the doorway.
Are you going to bother moving any of your other guys, or do you like your fortification in case somehow a unit of Terminators dies?
I will keep my fortification for now.
Alright. So that would also prevent shooting phase, because those aren't pistol axes, which would be terrifying. So we
It
will
would
go
be
straight to the
terrifying.
fight phase.
Let's see if, just in case, let's see if my grenades are pistol. Just to check. Okay, they're not pistol.
probably blast.
They are blast, yes. But as you can
Which
imagine,
is double no shooting in
I'm
combat.
never going to get any chance to use.
Alright, so I will actually have 2 models in combat because this guy.
I see. Yep. that
He has
makes
a
sense.
close combat weapon. It does nothing. It's 4 attack, nope. 3 attacks, hit on 3 is strength 4, no red, 1 damage.
Alright, my Castellan axes are 4 attacks. Whoops.
Wait,
4 attacks, 3 up to hit.
they're actually 2s now.
Are they?
They're now
Okay.
2s.
The app hasn't been updated yet, so they're 2 up to. Is there anything else about their weapon profile change?
Nope, they're just
Still
better to
strength
hit.
9?
Yep.
Alright then. 4 up, 4 attacks, 2 up to hit, strength 9, rend 1, damage 3.
So because we didn't charge, you won't be getting the charge benefit, so I will actually start with combat first.
Really?
Not likely to do anything though.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I will go ahead and start this recording of dice. I will go ahead with my heavy melee weapon. I have 3 attacks on that with 3x to hit, plus 1 to hit from my Exalted Champion. So I'll be hitting on 2s, strength 8, wounding on 3s because of that. Rend of 2 and damage of 2. So we'll go with the heavy weapon. I will hit all times, just barely. Wounding on 3s because your toughness 7 and I am strength 8. I get 2 wounds at -2, so that would be on your 4 up and vulnerable.
4 up and vulnerable. Are they dealing any devastating wounds? Or?
Not here.
Alrighty. Here we go. 2 saves, 4 ups. One of them goes through. How much damage does that deal?
2.
2 damage.
Unfortunately, I forgot to do a dark pact.
That leaves one of these guys with 2 wounds remaining.
There are only 4 wounds? I thought they'd be like 5.
Nope, they're 4 wounds.
So my close combat weapon, these will be hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s. I hit all the times. That 6 would be great for lethal wounds. 5s, none of them.
Speaking, while we're on the subject, since my my ability is around devastating wounds, mortals, and psychic, are you dealing very much of those in this army here?
This guy is a psyker.
Okay, so he does psychic attacks?
Yes,
but
this entire unit will be doing mortal wounds to you on 4 ups to wound.
But it's a ranged attack.
It is a ranged attack,
I
yes.
see. And you can't do psychic in melee?
Cannot shoot in melee. It is a shooting profile with the psychic ability. So it's no longer just I roll a spell, it is now just I think it's 3 attacks. Fail by a tone. 2 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 5, 8, rend of 1, 1 damage. So
I see. And you said who else has devastating?
my Terminators all have combi weapons, which is anti-infantry 4 up. So when I roll a 4 to wound, it is a critical wound of an unmodified 6, is what it's counted as,
I see.
and devastating wounds.
I see.
So you will have a 5 up save against all of my ranged attacks from Terminators.
I see. And anything in melee? Because I feel like with the setup, we're going to be seeing a lot of melee.
We probably will, because if you can clean that out, I can move up and shoot you through the door, which is my hope. My hope is I roll a 3 to 6 on these guys to get a unit of Terminators right there ready to fire.
Well, I put you out to make a difficult choice, because if I manage to kill these 2 guys here at the door, if I manage to kill some units, you can either remove the guys in the back, so you keep your Psyker and your heavy weapon, or you take out the 2 most valuable guys, you put at the front of the list.
There is one major rule that always applies with any form of Chaos Space Marine. The bolters die first.
Alrighty. So it's my turn to
It
attack?
is now your turn to attack. Kill me all.
You need to remember to pause the recording.
Oh yeah, it's been running.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. I'm looking for 8. 2 ups. Ooh.
Your strength is 9, my toughness is 4. You'll be wounding me on 2s.
Alrighty. 6. 2 ups.
Wow, I love that. Oh, you forgot your kata. I think that's equal fighting then.
Oof. Yeah, okay.
So, 4,
Rend 1.
Red 1. So these are my 4 up save in this instance. Each one of these is a Dead Space Marine. Because you damage 3. Extra Dead Space Marine. I failed 2 of them. Let's find my bolters.
I need to remember my katas.
Bolter. Bolter.
Have they changed the katas, right?
They got rid of the -1 to wound. Not wound. -1 to be hit, but it's now unit-to-unit basis across the entire army.
Alright. So we have sustained hits and lethal hits.
Yep. Same thing as me, but I can do it in dark attacks.
And you only have 1 character?
I have 1 character.
Alrighty. Does they have a special?
Yep.
Alright. Not bad.
That is turn, correct?
Yep, so from our first engagement, we have a grand total of 2 dead Chaos Space Marines.
I'm gonna have to fire.
And 2 wounds on a Custodes.
I'll have to back off and fire. I have to kill those specific Custodes. We probably should have added a couple more doors, but we're trying to keep it so it's not just I skip
How many
straight
Space
in.
Marines are in that unit?
There's now 8, so I won't have to take Battle Shock.
I see.
But I take Battle Shock every time I do a Dark Pact anyways.
But when you fall back, I can Overwatch?
No, because you started the movements in combat.
I see.
Okay. So, at the start of the turn, we'll both get a command point. I'm now up to 6, and you are as well, because I didn't have to re-roll my...
Didn't use a command point?
Yes, so you should be at 7, I'm at 6.
Want another dice? I'll use one of my regular dice.
Alright. So, start of the turn, This unit on a 1, 2, or 3 becomes Havocs. On a 4, 5, 6, they become Terminators. We're looking for Terminators. That is a 4, so we're beginning a unit of Terminators. So we'll remove these cultists, and we'll also move them just down here because I'm spawning another unit. Yep. Hopefully these Terminators here will help me clean out some Custodes. Notably, there is one unfortunate factor here. One of those Terminators is using double accursed weapons. So he won't get a gun. That is the one I like the least. So, start of the movement phase, I will go ahead and fall back with my Chaos Space Marines. I won't have to take a desperate escape because I'm not battle shocked and not below half stroke.
I see. And I don't get to Overwatch on you there?
Not there. However, when I move up, you will be able to.
I see, I see.
These guys are 5-inch shrubs.
But you still have a Space Marine left. And how many are in that model, or in that unit?
There is 5 in this unit.
I see, I see. So only one of them would be able to see you?
3. Yeah, only one of your guys.
Alrighty. In that case, I will go ahead
Actually, nah, you got a guy here.
Alright, 2 of them?
2 of them. Yep.
I will go ahead and Overwatch. Do the starting with the ballistics grenade launcher. First, let's get their attacks. They get 2, or they get D6 number of attacks.
3.
Ooh.
I love that. If you'd like, you can spend a command point to get to re-roll one of those.
I will. I'm going to reroll the 1. So I had a 2 and a 1. So 6. That's a little better.
Yep.
5, 6. That's 6 attacks with blast.
You'll be getting 1 additional for both because I have a 5-man squad. So 8 total attacks.
And 6s?
6s, yep.
They're not monsters, are they?
They're not. Okay.
None of
Oh,
them.
reroll that one.
Reroll that one? Alrighty. None of them. That's depressing.
Alright.
Now my axes as well.
Yes.
They're only 2 shots each.
Unfortunately, neither of those.
There either.
So, I will go ahead into continue moving, because I almost forgot to do that. These guys are just going to barely make it inside. I want them as close to the door as possible.
Mm-hmm. You do have 4 units, of which there are 4 models that can shoot at me.
These guys are going to advance. 5.
That's a good roll.
That is an 11-inch advance. They're going to just stuff themselves into this corner.
Dave,
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you use the square to pause it.
That's where it's stuck.
Oh.
2 lines to pause. Alright, so they've made it in. We're just going to move slightly closer. These guys are also going to barely move in. These little guys here make a 3-inch advance. So they'll be moving 9 inches. Not much space. They're going to have to be behind here. So we will start the shooting phase. You get a picture of the blob at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start with my Chaos Space Marine Terminators. So I will have 3 combi weapons within range. They're rapid fire 1, going from 1 shot to 2. Nice. So that is 6 total shots, hitting on 4s. I will be doing a Dark Pact to get the explosive 6s. So after my attack, I take a leadership. If I fail, I take D3 mortal wounds.
Wow.
So I'll just automatically get explosive 6s. That will get me losing 3 and getting 2 back. Alright, we'll go ahead to the wound roll. I have anti-infantry 4 up, because your Custodes, your entire army's infantry. So on 4s, you'll be taking devastating wounds.
Well,
So I will have 5 wounds to roll. These are 4 up for anti-infantry and will be devastating wounds, which will matter for your detachment roll. So I will. Unfortunately, only one of those will be going through.
and it's the devastating wounds.
It is a devastating wound. I will command point one of those down to 5 command points. I will have only one. That
How
will
much
be
damage does it deal?
just one.
Just 1 damage?
Just 1 damage. So yeah.
Ooh.
For the 5 up, feel no pain, which unfortunately didn't pass. One of your guys is now at 3.
Yep, 1 wound remaining.
These guys fell back, so they won't be able to shoot. These guys are blocked, so I will just go straight to my charge phase.
Alright.
We're going to charge these guys in. You might have to do extra turns.
Yeah, probably.
Alright,
How's it going up there?
it's going. It's at a minute. So that is a 11-inch charge. I think I needed a 3.
Probably.
So I am now in. There's another rule I forgot with these guys. Whenever they make a Dark Pact, they get to reroll the entire wound roll.
Oh, that would have been handy.
Yeah. So I will also make that Dark Pact test real quick.
Is it only for 1 phase?
I passed that. It's only for that phase.
I see.
So I will go into the fight phase. Because I charge, I'll have the fight first.
Mm-hmm.
And there is going to be 2 power fists right there. So the power fist is 3 attacks. So 6 attacks total. Hitting on 3s with the reroll to hit roll whenever they take a Dark Pact.
Mm-hmm.
I will be going for... I think I'll still be doing explosive 6s because I'll be wounding you on 3s.
I thought they rerolled the wound roll. That's what you said before, right?
No, I rerolled the hit roll. Oh, I was doing a reroll on the wound roll.
Oh.
So 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with explosive 6s, rerolling the hit roll. So they're Mark of Sîn-lēqi, so they'll be getting additional hits on 5s instead of just 6s. This one fails, I'll be able to reroll it. That one fails anyways. So we'll get 2 additional hits. And I'll be wounding you on 3s. So that is 6 wounds at -2.
6 wounds at -2 for my
Yep.
4 up impulse.
Yes, sir.
That did. 2 go through.
2 damage each.
2 damage each.
Yes.
Alright, that kills 1. And leaves another one at 2 wounds.
All right, and now it is your fight back. Every one of your attacks that goes through is a dead Terminator.
Alright, are models removed at the end of combat?
They are at the end of the unit fighting.
I see. And not that it matters, he doesn't fight anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's only 4 attacks on my side, unfortunately. Oh wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. That is 8 attacks on my side, never mind. 2 up to hit, strength 9. All of them hit. What's their toughness?
Toughness is 5. Yes, my toughness is 5.
Terminators?
Yep.
Wow.
So you'll be wounding on 3s, because you're strength 9, or what?
I'm strength 9, yes.
So 2 fail.
2 fail.
And that is 6 back.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they get lethal, not sustained hits, but I don't think I rolled a 6.
I don't think so. I'll do my... Okay, I passed that. That was the leadership test for the Dark Pact I was supposed to make. So here are my 4 up 6. What's your rend? Is it 1?
Rend of 1.
Yeah, so my 3 up saves, every one of these failed as a dead Terminator. I failed 2 of them, so 2 guys will die. Unfortunately, there's no bolters, but the first weapon guy will die first. Alright, so that is the end of the fight phase.
Yep.
Neither side will have to take a battle shock in the next turn, which will be your turn. So we will go ahead and go on to turn 4 for the Adeptus Custodes.
Alrighty. Is it possible to advance in a fallback? Probably not, right?
No, just fall back.
At the start of the movement phase, I'm going to fall back with my Custodes with their movement of 5 inches. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready?
I'm going to move them back here so they're out of the way. And then I'm going to do a little more movement. These guys move 6 inches, and I'm going to move them this way, just so I can move a bit more flamer gals forward, spread them out, and I'm going to move this guy so he's actually on this side of them. Just so I have 3 flamers and a number of, and I guess 1 spear that can fire through that door. No, I can't fit it there. There we go. 4 flamers and a spear that can fire through that door. And then I'm going to move them forward just to give more 6. So
Hold on.
6.
Yeah, what's up?
We'll have at least 4 spears will be able to, because his line will go straight through those 2 bases.
Oh, I see.
His will be going edge to edge.
Okay.
So we'll have 4 spears.
And
No,
3
3
spears
spears,
and
a
a-
sword, and 4 flamers.
Yep. Now this is going to be a lot of attacks.
I have a 2 up save if you have no rend.
I think all of them have Ren.
Okay. There is, for 1 command point, you can pick a Sister of Silence and a Adeptus Custodes unit, and they will both get +1 to hit.
Well, they're flamers.
I think. The stratagem is called Talon's Interlock. It increases the strength and armor penetration by 1.
Armor not to hit.
Not to hit. Strength
Okay.
and armor penetration increased by 1.
We've all paid command point at the start of my turn.
Yep, I'm up to 6 now, and you're at 8.
Set. 8.
Unless you spent
No, I used the
you
command
used
point
one. Yep.
reroll, right?
So you're at 7.
So I'm going. It's 1 command point. You said.
1 command point.
All right. It's going to increase my strength and rend.
Yep.
I'm going to do it for this unit here with their flamers, and let me see if this unit here because there's going to be more shooting.
Yep, because otherwise Gaius could do it for free.
Well, Gaius doesn't have a ranged attack.
Well, you could target his unit with it for free, so it would make the stratagem free, but only 1 guy in his unit can shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunate.
All right. In that case, let's start with those witch seekers. Let me double check, make sure they don't have any special abilities or
I
anything.
believe there's strength 4, d6 shots.
Fill pain free up against sighted attacks. After a shot, select 1 enemy. Yep.
I'll have to take battle shot.
You'll have to make a battle shot.
Standard flamer. So, 4d6 shots.
3, 4. 4d6 shots.
No, the strength of the salamanders.
It's recording still. Not the greatest, but 12 shots isn't bad.
Alright, I have one of your dice here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are hitting on. Oh, they don't have to hit. They're flames.
Right. Your
Strength,
strength,
5
5 now.
5 now.
I am toughness 5.
So hitting on 4s.
Yep, wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s.
Yep, let's go.
Is it? Yep.
Blessing is Nurgle.
Oh, that was a 5.
Yep.
One more.
1,
2,
2,
3,
6,
4,
8.
5, 6, 7,
8.
total hits. They have rend of
1 now.
rend of 1.
So I will have my 3 up Terminator save. I failed 2 of them.
So they take 2 damage.
Guy in the back. That's the rules. Don't ask me.
Alrighty. And now I'm going to have my 3 spearmen fire. They have 2 shots each. So that's 6 shots. They're hitting on 2s. Oops. Hitting on 2s. Man, I'm dropping dice all over the place.
One fails.
One fails. I need to check their ability really quick.
Once they shoot, they shoot again.
No, the martial kata.
Oh, that's in melee only.
Is it melee only?
Melee only.
5 phase, yep. Makes a reroll wound rolls of 1 as well. And once per battle, they can shoot again. So they will do that as well.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them make it through. Strength of, I think 4. Yeah, strength of 4.
So toughness.
Wounding on.
Is that after? Okay, so strength 5 now because of stratagem.
Right.
I am toughness 5, so,
So
wounding
still
on
wounded on
4s.
4s.
Yep.
Alright, I can reroll a wound roll, but only if it's a 1. None of them were 1s, but 2 of them make it through. Oh no, 3 of them made it through. Right, rolling on 4s. So that's 3 hits with a rend of 2 now.
Alright, so this is going to be on my 4-up save. I save one of them. 1 damage each or 2?
2 damage each.
So that will be a dead Terminator and a half. Hopefully I get another unit. Alright, go ahead.
Now it's the Sentinel Blade. These only 2 shots. They have identical firing profile. Oh wait, no, not. Let's not do Sentinel Blade. I'm going to use their once per game ability for the Spearman to shoot again.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it still recording up there? Looks like it.
Yep.
Alrighty. 2 ups to hit. Looking pretty good. 4 ups to wound. Ooh, not as good, but I do get to reroll these 1s. Alright, that's only 2 hits that time. Rend 2.
So back to my 4-up. I get both of them.
That is unfortunate for me. Alright, and then just for the pistol guy, 2 ups to hit, 5 ups to wound. Neither of them. Alright.
Would have been 4s, but he still didn't do either.
That now is my charge phase.
Yes, sir.
In that case, I'm going to be charging with Gaius and his spearmen here, into the doorway there.
I will be using Overwatch.
Understandable.
So going down to 5 command points, I have 2 combi bolters here, combi weapons. They will be hitting you on 6s for Overwatch, but I will be taking a Dark Pact for explosive 6s.
Alrighty.
So these.
Did they make their battle shot test for the flamers yet? Let's do that real quick.
They're good. They're 6. So, one of those, and I'll be getting an additional hit. These will be on 4s because anti-infantry devastating wounds. One of those. On
I
a
see.
5-up, feel no pain for you.
5 up, feel no pain. Ooh. Wait, it was a devastating wound, you said?
Oh, I'm sorry. Should just go around the other side.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're all good.
So yes,
So that's the, that was a devastating wound?
that was a devastating wound.
Devastating wound. Alright, how much damage is that?
Just one.
Just 1 damage? Just 1. Let me rearrange some of the stuff.
And my leadership test is failed.
Ooh.
They will take D3 mortal wounds, which is just 1.
Okay.
He's dead.
So it's just the 1 dude left there.
Just the one dude.
Alright. One of these guys has 1 wound of damage on him. Now to make the charge roll. How funny would it be if I just flub this charge roll here and now?
Like that.
Hold on, let's measure this out.
Yeah, you're way
Yes,
out.
Gaius would make it, but nobody else would.
He could make it to the door.
But nobody else would. I'm going to command point reroll that.
Yellow dice.
Down to 5. Yep. If you would. Oh. There we go. If I had rolled double 1s, then I would have cried.
I would have laughed because then I would just open fire.
Alright. So, since there's, like, not even 10 inches of movement here, And is base-to-base combat still in effect, or is it model-to-model?
It would be base. So it would be base to base, but if you're in base contact with some base contacts, then you're good. But because of that, only these two will be able to hit.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, well, if these guys are based to these guys, will they be able to
Nope.
attack? Okay, no.
So they're not in base contact with me.
I see. That's what I'm talking base-to-base.
And they have 1 wound in that unit.
Yes, in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Gaius should probably go first because he will on his own just kill that one Terminator.
Maybe.
3 damage is all you need.
I'm going to do lethal hits.
Not explosive?
Sorry, yeah, explosive sixes, not lethal hits. Let's start with Gaius. He has multiple weapon
This
profiles.
guy is wounds of 3. So whichever one can do the most damage is probably the one you should do.
Well, it's either 9 attacks,
Oh no, 5 attacks, rend 3 damage, so is probably what you should do.
5 attacks, rend.
Explosive 6s so you can get those devastating wounds.
Right. Let's start with Gaius' attacks then.
Yep.
Hitting on probably 2s, right? Yep.
2s.
Ooh.
Lose 1, get 2 back. You are strength 6, so you'll be wounding me on 3s. 4 of them.
That's 4 wounds with rend of
3.
3. Do you have an
Spend
invulnerable
4 up invulnerable, yep. He takes 3 damage and dies.
Only 1 made it through there, and it still was enough to kill him.
Yep, they're 3 wounds each.
Gaius is pretty terrifying.
Would you like to pile through the door? Just stand there.
Well, if I pile through, I couldn't get anyone else, and Gaius would be isolated and fired upon.
Yep.
By everyone. But this way, you still can fire on me. That's a difficult decision to make. Oh, wait a second. So, Gaius' built-in ability is reroll advances and charges for units.
So you just have the
So I'm
command
just
point
going to
back
take
to
this
it?
command point back. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
So you stand in the door,
I'm going to close the door.
end of movement phase.
Oh, no, I can't close the door. No, that would have been hilarious.
Alright, this will be my turn 5. We're probably going to have to go to past turn 5.
Oh, we're definitely going to go.
We're steaming through these. Alright, start of the turn, you both get command point. I have no battle shock tests to take because the one unit that could is dead. Start of the turn, on a 1, 2, or 3, they will be leveling up to Havocs, 4, 5, or 6 Terminators. 1. These will be Havocs. I don't mind that right now.
Do they have better shooting?
They have incredibly good shooting.
I see.
This is 2 heavy bolters, 2 rocket launchers, and a plasma. If I set them down right in the movement phase. So, movement phase.
Did your terminate your?
No, I don't control the room anymore.
Right.
Alright, so we're going to move up here and stagger out my ankles.
See, what you should be doing is leaving the cultists in there until you get the next unit of cultists and cycle them out that way.
I should.
Your Havocs, since they technically came in from reserves. Do you want to, or do they still do the move?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just getting replaced. They spent your entire turn suiting up. So we're going to switch over to my Havocs. They are all Mark of Nurgle, so they will be hitting explosive 5-ups in ranged.
I see.
So we'll start measuring, or figuring out shots. So he'll be able to, of course, him. He's going through the door. You can see him, which by extension makes this guy in the back part of his base not overlapping. Same with him back there.
Well, that's not going through the door.
Oh, there you go. He doesn't look like it. Las Cannon guy here will. And same with other Las Cannon. No, it's just, I've already moved. We'll just stick with that. So we'll start with the 2 Havocs autocannons. So we'll start with the 2 autocannons. So 8, 14, 13, 16 shots, extra hits on 5s. We lose 4 of these and then get 1, 2, 3, 4 back. So I lose 5 of them, get 4 back. Alright, these are strength 5. What is your toughness, sir?
Toughness on that unit is, I believe, 5, but let's double check. Toughness of 6.
So I will be wounding you on 5s.
I took a picture, so you can use
3
that
of
as a
them.
static for the dice roll.
3 with no rend.
3 with no rend.
Yep. So 3 2-up saves.
3 2-up saves. All of them. Close though.
Mm-hmm. So we'll do the Havoc Heavy Bolters. These are hitting on 3s with explosive 5s. I lose 1, get 2 back. These are Strength 5. So these will be wounding you on 5s again. That is 3 of them at -1.
Three at -1.
3 at -1.
That's going to be 3 3-up saves.
With 2 damage each.
All 3 of them are saved.
Alright. We'll do the 2 Meltaguns. Hitting on 3s. Both of them getting additional hits for both. These are wounding on 3s. Or 4 of them at -4.
4 of them at -4.
4 at
So that's going to be
-4.
my 4-up saves.
Yep.
Ooh.
Each one is a dead guy.
How much
These
damage
are
do they do?
D6 plus 2.
Okay.
Minimum of 3 damage. These are the 3 ones each.
Ooh, so how many? I saved 2, so 2 go through.
Yep.
I lose 2 dice.
And then we'll do the 2 las cannons last. The not meltas. The rockets won't be in range. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s with explosive 5s. 1 of them will hit, which will give me 2 dice. I will be wounding you on 2s. Strength 12. 3 each. 3 rend each.
I see. So 4-ups in both.
Yep.
1.
This is D6 plus 1 damage for 7 damage
Ooh.
to one of them. He is pasted.
Yep.
I don't have any important shots. I could probably make it with a couple bolters. I'm not going to bother. So I will leave it to your turn.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fall back with that unit.
Overwatch.
Alrighty, go ahead.
We'll do my front unit here. I will make my leadership test real quick. That is passed on a 7. So they're going to be explosive 6s. So this unit was able to see you from there. So we'll start with the 2 autocannons. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 shots. These are actually overwatching on 5s. Due to the wording of the mark, it says critical hits are on 5s. So, not many of them. Oh, that was a 5. I get 5 of them hit. These will be wounding you on 5s with no rend. 2 of them.
Alright, no rend you said?
No rend.
2-up save. Whoa! I'm
Taking 1 damage.
under a command point reroll. No, it's only 1 damage.
There's some big ones real quick.
Yeah. So under one of them takes. I take 1 damage in that unit.
So, the last
The melter rifle, we'll do real quick, is hitting on 5s. That doesn't hit. The 2 las cannons, hitting on 5s. One of them, I'll be getting 2 hits because of the explosive 6s, 5s in this instance. I'll be wounding you on 2s. That is one of them. I will command point the other wound. It does wound, so 2 wounds. It's your roll. 2 4-up invulns.
Alright, I got my 2 4-up invulns. One of them goes through. How much damage is that?
D6 plus 1.
I'm going to command point reroll that other one.
Yep.
The other save there. Bringing me down to 6 command points.
This is where Play on Tabletop would have the dice tell stories pop up. There we go. Your first 6 of the game.
Well, not my first 6.
Pretty much your first 6.
So I go and save that as well. Anything else firing?
That is all of my shots there. It's all you moving now.
And then I had my movement from the fallback there.
Yep.
Which put me here. Alright. Next, I'm going to have a movement here. And I'm going to leave these guys right here. I'm going to fire with those 4 flamers, 12 inches. Yeah, he can't see anyone, he can't see anyone. She can see this, the unit that this guy is in.
Yep. The stratagem does say up to, so if you would like, you can use it to target just that for the +1 strength and round.
That's just 1 command point?
Yep. Down to 5 for him.
Down to
And I am
5.
currently at 4.
Alright.
Go ahead.
D6. Ooh, that's not good.
13.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I'm just bad at math. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, your strength 5 now, and I'm toughness 4, so on 3s.
Alright. 13 shots at strength 5. Wounding on 3s. Oh. Fine.
3 down.
1, 2, 3, it looks like. Oh, no, 4 fail.
So 9 saves.
Let me double check. I don't have any abilities on top of that.
Battle shock once you're done. That's their ability. Alright, so I'll be making 9 4-up saves. I failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's 6 wounds into that unit.
I believe there are 3 wounds each on these havocs. They are 2 wounds each, so 3 guys die. 1, 2, and 3.
Charge phase. Now it's
I do take a battle shock test.
Oh, right, right.
I fail that, so they are battle shocked.
Well, and that does what to them?
They cannot hold objectives and they cannot be targeted by stratagems.
All right. Now for the charge phase? Charge phase. I should have piled them in.
I don't know, I think we should end it turn.
I'm going
You're
to
just going to push
charge.
through that door and start cleaning me out.
Well, we'll see. I need a big charge. Or do I go in with
I
my...
should go to those guys, dude. So clean out this unit.
I'm going to charge my Custodes with the axes in there. I needed a 7, so that an 8 gets me just where I needed to be. I guess I needed a 6. And then I'm going to charge in, whoops, my shield men. How big of a charge do I need to get in there?
So from the edge of the door, it's looking like an 8-inch charge.
8-inch charge.
Yep, 8-inch charge.
Alright, command point reroll that one.
You didn't need it.
Seven. They don't make it. That is unfortunate. Which means those guys are pretty much dead. They're gonna kill a lot of people first.
Oh, your
But,
Terminators?
Yeah, one of them's almost dead already. That was at 2, wasn't it?
1. You had 1 damage on the guy from a Overwatch.
Was there only one?
Yep, just 1.
I thought it was more than one.
Nope.
Alright.
Time to clean out some probably Legionnaires, right? They're the ones with the melee weapons.
Yeah, let's clean out these legionnaires. Alright. In melee, we're going to use the martial kata that gives me lethal hits, so explosive 6s.
Yep. So would you consider that room to be an objective?
This room to be an objective?
'Cause-
Yes.
Okay. So if you're
But
within range of an objective marker, I get to reroll my entire wound roll against you.
Okay, but these guys can't hold an objective.
These guys, these 2, are the ones that got battle shocked.
Were they?
Yep, these are a separate unit. You
Okay.
got the 2 havocs right there. 3 actually.
6, 7, 8. I only have 2 guys here.
Yep.
Martial kata, lethal hit, so explosive 6s.
Sustained hit.
Sustained hit. Oh wait, what are their katas do?
It's explosive or auto wounding 6s. You want the explosive in this instance.
Yes, sustained hits. Okay.
Alright, so 8 attacks with sustained hits, 1 hitting on 2s.
1 makes it through. I lose 2, gain 1 due to that sustained hit.
Do they have an ability for melee?
Yes, we roll 1 of wound rolls.
Oh, okay.
Their strength 9,
Toughness 4, so wounding on 2s.
wounding on 2s as well.
That's why you don't want auto wound.
Reroll
You're just going to
of
wound in.
ones.
All of them.
All of them.
7?
Rend 3, damage 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7.
So these will be 6-up saves. Each one of these is
Oh wait, Rend 1, damage 3.
4-up saves. I
Whoa!
failed 2 of them. That is amazing.
That was an amazing roll.
Alright, now as per Chaos Space Marine Army rule, bolters die first. Flamer, bolter. I don't know, he's a plasma pistol with a power fist. He's not dying at all. Balefire Tome won't work well against you. And after that, I get a reroll from my icon. That is also a fail. So I'll be taking D3s at the end of the fight phase. So we'll be doing 6 attacks, rerolling 1s, for 1 command point, I will be doing Profane Zeal, taking me down to 3 command points. It would give me reroll hit rolls of 1 and reroll wound rolls of 1, unless I am Chaos Undivided Mark, which this unit is, so I'll get to reroll the entire hit and the entire wound roll. So I think I want to... I think I actually want explosive 6s because of that.
Explosive 6.
Explosive 6s. Because the battle shock happens after I fight, we'll be battle shocked after this and take D3 mortals, but we'll go with the 2 heavy weapons in combat, the Power Fist and the Axe. These are hitting on 2s because I'm +1 to hit from Alphargus. I'll have to roll that one anyways, just for being cocked. So, we will reroll that one. They will all hit. And I am Strength 8, your Toughness 7, wounding you on 3s.
I see.
One of those will fail, and I will get it back. So that is 6 at -2. So these will be on your invulnerable save.
I see. Do I get any throwing pains from any of this?
You will not. None of this
Alright.
is devastating wounds.
4 ups. Here we go.
Ooh. Reroll that one to do it. There we go. So,
2 make it through.
2 damage each.
Dang. How many wounds are these guys?
I think they're 4. So one guy dies. No, they're 4.
Yeah, they're 4.
One guy dies.
One died, one custodian down.
Then there will be. We'll go ahead with Alfaris because we know he's going to do better. So the Exalted Champion in melee, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Strength 5, you'll get additional strength of D3 for taking a Dark Pact, which will be 1. So strength 6. One command point, reroll that. Down to 2 command points. Strength of 7 now, so we'll be wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s?
Yep, so these are hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. Rerolling the entire hit and wound roll. So 1 drops, and then I get 2 more for those explosive 6s.
I see.
And then these will be on 4s. We'll reroll these. So that is 5 of them with 2 red, 2 damage each.
Alright, on my 4-up invulnerability save.
That is 4 damage, exactly what we needed.
4 damage. Which drops my last
I don't think I need to add that door. Alright, so we'll be doing one more battle round. So we will start with the Chaos Space Marines movement. I have to take a couple battle shock tests. These guys, my Havocs here, will have to take a battle shock test, and they will pass on a 6 or more. They pass on a 7. So we will start moving. We have a 5-inch move. We're just going to take them straight across. These Havocs have a 5-inch move, and they will end up just inside.
Are you going to have enough movement to get your other men over?
I don't think I'll need it. Alright. So I won't be able to fit many of my other guys in if I could charge, and that's about it. Because they'd end up in here. I need my Havocs to clean out this room. So, we will start with the shooting. Havocs are all taking explosive 6s. We'll start with this 2 las cannons on their battle shock test. They pass in the 7, and the 5-man squad will have to re-roll that. And 1 command point. They also fail, so they'll still be good. I'll D3 real quick. They take 2 more wounds on these guys after this turn. Alright, so we'll start with these 2 main las cannons. They're hitting on 3s with explosive 5s. Into the shield custodians.
Really?
Yes. 1 will fail. Alright, and then this will be wounding on 2s, both of them. Both wound, AP of 4.
Alright, 4-up invul save. Both of them are saved.
Alright, now these unit will shoot at the Sisters of Silence.
How many can make that shot? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So we'll do the frag missile first. There's only 4 of them, so I'll only get D6 shots, which is 5. These are hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 3 of them at no rend.
3 of them at no rend?
Yep.
My sisters have a save of, I believe it's 5-up. Let me double check just to be safe. Save of 3-up. Oh, one of them makes it through.
Yep. And now the heavy bolters. 6 shots on 5s. Oh, 6 shots on 3s, explosives on 5s. 1 of these will fail, but I will be getting 4 of them back. And these are wounding on 2s. So that'll be 7 at -1, 2 damage each. So 7 4-ups into your sisters.
Is that saves?
Yep, 7 saves.
With Rend 1?
Rend 1, so 5 ups, 4 ups.
They got 3 up saves. 1, 2, 3 make it through. How much damage is that?
2 damage each. So 3 guys will die.
3 sisters dead.
And finally, we'll end off with his plasma weapon. Hazardous, of course. Supercharged. Well,
It's just one sister left. How badly do you want that sister dead?
all it would do is increase my strength and rend and damage. None of which would apply here, really. So we are going to be hitting on 3s with explosive 5s. I fail anyways. Do I die? He does not. Charge phase? You charge those sisters. Sister. We're in with an 8. So these guys will be taking. One of them has an accursed weapon, and the rest are just close combat weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be hitting on 3s. All can attack. So that's 15 attacks. 8, 9.
Does the cursed weapon do psychic damage?
No, it's just more round. And that will actually be those. +1. So we will be doing explosive 6s. Am I battle shocked anymore? Yes. Still battle shocked. Oh, my D3 mortal wounds from earlier. Okay, he takes 1. And then at the end of this phase, he'll take more. So these are hitting on 3s with explosive 6s.
It's a lot of 1s. I like the look of that roll.
So I'll get 1 more back. Alright. Then these are strength 4 versus your toughness of 3. So these will be wounding on 3s. With no rend, these are the most important roll I need to make to clear out a path for victory. That is 5 of them with no rend. So 5 3-up saves. 1 needs to make it through.
How much damage do they do?
1. She's
One
dead.
makes it through.
One makes it
Exactly
through.
1.
The sister has fallen, leaving an open escape for the Chaos Space Marines of the Alpha Legion. Unfortunately, it was a narrow escape and some would say a tragic loss on their part.
But not nearly as tragic as the losses incurred by the Emperor's finest, the Adeptus Custodes.
Every Custodes lost is 1,000 years gone. So the Chaos Space Marines will barely make it out with their lives, running as they go.
Well, you saw all of these guys.
Yeah, the Terminators would do some work.
But these guys never got the opportunity to suit up. And these guys will never got. No, those guys are already suited up. You came with these guys. So how many of the people you've suited up are still alive right now?
2.
2?
Actually, no.
4, right?
5.
5.
Because the spiked foot guys were base army. These guys have been added, and a whole unit of Terminators were brought in and died.
So 5 extracted Alpha Legion soldiers.
Well, 5 extra. Because only the 1 snuck in, because otherwise it would be too hard to make a whole army sneak in. And
Or
he
they,
himself single-handedly woke people up.
Warp portal.
No, not through Terra.
Or Alpha Legion secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels through the mountains. Hey, the Himalayan mountains. So with the narrow escape, the Chaos Space Marines barely make it out with a few of their lives, and many of the Custodes have fallen. Probably not dead, just severely wounded.
There's probably a few dead.
Probably a few dead. So this was a 750 points with the new Shield Host Detachment. It was available currently on the Warhammer community site. The pre-orders for this by now have already gone live. By the time you see this, probably with 2 weeks before they will get delivered. What's your thoughts? Didn't really get to use it too much.
I didn't get to use it that much, and as always, I'm going to think it's a huge bummer when the Custodes lose anything that's of theirs that's super overpowered. But I do think it's probably going to be good for just balancing in general. The
Win rate at 55% at the top of the marks right now.
I feel there's going to be some some armies where it's more effective against than others. For example, it came into effect, once this entire game?
Pretty much from the Terminators that made it up.
Mm-hmm. But that's no different than how it was before. It is a bit harder to land now, but doing psychic as well is pretty nice. It's definitely going to make it more important to field Sisters of Silence.
For this specific
detachment.
there will be more detachments.
We'll see how those turn out. Because before, there was really no reason to run.
One of them was a Custodes Orc Wad that they've revealed so far.
Like an army of a unit of Sisters was unironically the same cost as a single Custodian Guard model.
And it did more wounds than most of them, because you torched 3 Havocs and 2 of these guys.
Yep, well, Flamers are always nice. No matter who holds them, a Flamer's a Flamer.
Yep. I love the Salamanders.
Alright, with that, I believe we are finished.
We'll be seeing next time. We probably going to be 2 weeks out from now.
Maybe.
I was looking at perhaps doing an old world.
An old world?
Would you be interested in playing an old world
I
against
would
me?
be interested in planning it out and talking about it. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of old world, but we just got a bunch of Skaven and Sylvaneth in the mail today.
We could do a farewell to 3rd edition.
We
We would have to paint up a lot of Skaven.
We'd have to do a lot.
We could run both our armies not side by side because I've got like 1,400.
Or we could do Lizards and Sylvaneth.
Or Skaven versus Lizards.
Well, the
Or
thing is, we have like
Sylvaneth.
no Skaven painted right now.
Yeah. The Lizards are almost completely painted.
Yeah.
Costumes are always vampire clothes.
We could do.
So next time we're looking at apparently Age of Sigmar as a farewell to 3rd edition because we expect 4th edition to be out the video after that. So thank you all for coming and watching. This is the Gentleman of Gentleman's Tabletop Games, and
I'm Ozymandian. I haven't recorded a video in like 8 months, so who knows where that's going.
recorded or posted.
So no, let me rephrase. I have recorded videos. I haven't finished editing them and writing scripts. But we'll see where that goes. Who knows? Maybe this will get me back in my creative juices flowing again.
Thank you all for watching, and we will be seeing you all next time in the Age of Fantasy.
With the last of the Anthemus Icona fallen, an opening appears in the back lines of the Shadowkeepers. The awoken Alpha Legion initiates, finding an opening to slip out, begin the escape. A dark day indeed for the history of the Custodes. But the battle is not yet over for the Alpha Legion. They still must make it off planet and survive the oncoming battle. Come back again to see the grand finale.